Hey guys, so here's the deal. I have a little problem. I own this Bose docking station right here, but I no longer own my iPhone or my iPod. And I think it really sucks. This is what I'm gonna do about it. I wanna try to get my docking station to work with my smartphone, my tablet, and any other audio device that I choose to use that has a 3.5mm headset jack out. I know what everybody's gonna say, impossible, right? Not so fast. In this video, I'm gonna show you how I connected a 3.5mm audio input line to my Bose docking station and also maintain the iPod functionality. If I get an iPhone 5, I can use it with the docking station. I spent $300 for the docking station. It's much easier when you have an input jack, a generic input jack. So the instructional video is coming up next. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Here's the docking station, and here's the 3.5mm audio patch cable that we're going to splice. We're going to solder it just into this board below that protective cover there. So we're going to start by flipping over the docking station and removing the bottom front plastic panel, which is connected together with the audio PC board. So it's just these 3 screws here. Now we're going to remove that panel. We're going to peel off that black plastic protective cover. You just got to gently peel it off. And that's going to expose the pins that we're going to tap into that are underneath. And we're going to try to locate pins 13, 14, and 24 respectively from left to right. I'll give you a closer look there. So the leftmost pin is 1, and just count from the left to the right and locate pin 13, 14, and 24. So we're going to just gently slide that ribbon connector out. Just pulls right out. And I'll give you another look there. And here's the board by itself. So I marked with a little fine tip marker, I marked pins 13, 14, and 24. And the next step is going to be to tin and scrape off a little bit of the protective coating on the board. And we're going to tin 13, 14, and 24 and get those ready to accept our audio connection. And you got to be careful, they're really small connectors. So like a needle point soldering tip is probably the best thing to use. So we're going to go ahead and solder in the audio patch cable, and red is going to be pin number 13, which is the left channel in, and white is going to be pin number 14, which is the right channel in. And our common wires are ground, which is pin number 24. So we're just going to kind of squeeze it around there, and the 24 pin is slightly larger than the 13 and the 14. So here I've stripped off a little bit more of the sheathing, and I'm just going to hot glue these wires down to the board and keep them in place. I'm going to try to route this audio cable around to the side and through the crack. There's like a little space in between the connector and the actual docking station. You'll be able to get a better look at that once I put it back together. So after this, we need to locate pin number 19 and pin number 20 from left to right. And right between those 2 pins is where our resistor is going to go soldered in. One side of our resistor is going to be on 19, and one side of our resistor is going to be on number 20. So all we have to do now is we have to tin those pins 19 and 20 so we can make our resistor connection. And this resistor is what actually tricks the docking station into thinking that there's an iPod or an iPhone connected. I'm just going to carefully finish up that connection there, making sure not to, with my caffeine shake, not to bridge any two of those pins, because they're very, very close together. So we're going to push down that resistor out of the way. So we're going to put a little hot glue on that resistor to keep it in place. And then we'll push the resistor down as far as possible to the board to keep it out of the way of the iPod connector. Making sure the pins are tight. So I'm going to reconnect that ribbon connector. Now I'm going to reroute those wires around the PC board into that left corner of the panel. That way when I put it back together, the wires are out of the way. I'm going to kind of tuck them in between that bezel and the PC board. I'm going to put a little bit more hot glue and I'm going to route those wires as far back as possible toward that left corner of the board. I'm kind of lining it up right with the opening on in the bezel. So there's the bezel. I'm going to make a little opening to accommodate the patch cable. I've just decided to kind of run it out the front. Seems like the easiest way. We're just going to push that in there. Put the screws back in that hold that bottom front panel. I'm just going to finish throwing it all back together here. Then I'm going to get my phone and my iPod, hook them up. I'm going to hook up the iPod to the docking connector, make sure everything functions as it should, and that will pretty much wrap up this modification. I'm going to put that plastic protector in. That's about it. I'm going to hook up some power, some tunes, and try to listen to some music. Here we go. I'm going to connect my S3. Play some music. Works good. Now I'm going to connect an iPod. I'm going to play some music on the iPod, check the volume, make sure everything functions as planned. And here we go. Got our 3.5mm input. I don't have to say how versatile that is. Thanks for watching, guys.